gonna be how to add ruffles to a lined sleeveless bodice. So we're gonna start with our main front and back, and then our lining front and back, and then we've got 2 ruffles right here. So the first thing we're gonna want to do is take either the main or the lining, it doesn't matter which one you do first. And in my case, it really doesn't matter because they're the same print. And we're going to lay one of the fronts and backs right sides together, and let's go ahead and sew the shoulder seams. And we're going to do the same on the other front and back set. We're going to do shoulder seams. Once you've sewn those shoulder seams, we're going to open up both the main and the lining. We're going to make sure we match up the front and the back. So this would be the front, or I think this is the back. I think I'm doing a scoop back. And let's look at this. Okay. We're matching up. We're gonna lay them right sides together, make sure we are matching up the front and back together. And then I'm going to pin this inside seam together. For one right here and one right here. And you can put in as many pins as you like. I usually just do the 2. And then we're going to sew this neck hole. Now that that is sewn, we are going to take the layer that is on top, doesn't matter which one, and we're going to start moving it all into the inside like this. And once it's like this, we're going to push it through and then straighten everything out. Mom. Hold on, Brody. Okay. And then see, now the neck is done. Okay, and so we're going to move this out of the way for now, and we're going to work on our ruffles next. So I have 2 ruffles. Now this ruffle piece, these 2 ruffle pieces actually don't even go with this pattern dress. I just added them from another pattern, which you can do for anything. So that's the great thing about these patterns is you can mix and match, do your own thing. So I think most ruffles have you finish this straight edge, and then the curved edge gets sewn to the armholes. But I think I usually hem this curved edge and then sew the straight side. I always get the same results. I don't think it actually matters. So it's whichever you want. So just pick which side you want. I think I'm gonna let's do the straight edge and hem it like the pattern says. And then, so we're going to, you can either leave it raw, or if you want a professional finish, you can hem it, or you can lettuce hem it. And I'm going to lettuce hem the straight edge on both of these. All right, here are the finished ruffles. Well, finished with the lettuce hem. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna gather the raw edge with whatever preferred gathering method you would like. I do have a video on 4 different ways to gather. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the straight stitch and hand gather because that way I can adjust how wide or how narrow the gathers are so I can fit them into the arm side. So I have run a straight stitch on both of these, a long straight stitch, and I'm gonna take one of the threads, I'll do the one on top, and I'm gonna hold it and start pulling on the fabric. And you can see that I've got gathers already, and I'm just gonna keep doing that all the way down. All right, now that I have gathered the ruffles, our next step is going to be starting the burrito roll, which I do have a video on that as well. So I'm gonna start on one side and start rolling, rolling, rolling. And then once I get to about here, take this layer, fold it over, take the bottom layer, fold it under. I'm gonna make sure this is nice and pulled back. And you know, sometimes I even put a pin in this, which is what I'm gonna do this time to keep it all together. And so, and what we're gonna do differently, since we have a ruffle, is we are going to take the ruffle, we're gonna do it face down on this bottom arm, not right now. And we are going to ease it to fit and clip it all around here. And you can baste it, and I may choose to baste it just so that it doesn't move when I'm going through. And once I've pinned all those, I am going to carefully, make sure everything's out of the way, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We are going to carefully sew the arm side. Okay, so here I have sewn the arm side, and what I'm going to do now is, because I put a pin in it, I'm going to feel for the pin first. There it is. And I'm gonna reach in and get that, because I don't wanna end up poking myself by accident or ripping anything. Well, I did have it. There it is. So pull out that pin. And then now we're gonna go to either one of these sides, open it up, and let's start gently pulling it out. Just like you would on the normal burrito method. There you go, there's one side done. Looks good. It does look like I caught it right there, but that's okay. I can just snip it away later. And so then I'm going to go and repeat this whole process on this other side. All right, now that we've got one side done, let's do the other side. So we're gonna start with the burrito roll again. Our ruffles are facing down. The print is facing down. And I'm gonna start by actually rolling up the ruffles. Really get those tucked in. We go ahead and put a pin in it. And keep rolling. Making sure that I roll it really tight. So we're gonna have two ruffles basically in there. Okay, and so then we're gonna pull one side down, pull the other, and then let's pin our ruffle in there. All right, once you've pulled all that through, let's go ahead and look, and I can see the gathering thread that I made. So I'm gonna go ahead and unpick that, pull it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I pulled out those gathering stitches, and it was super easy to just pull them out. So now we're gonna finish the rest of the bodice just like you would normally for a lined bodice. So I'm gonna lay these together like so. I'm gonna take our corners and open them up just like this so that we make a straight edge. A pin right here, and then do the same on this side. And then we're going to sew the two straight edges. All right, we're going to put everything right side out. Looks good. And that is your finished bodice with a ruffle on sleeveless, on the sleeveless bodice. I hope that was helpful. If you have any other questions, please let me know down in the comments, or if you have any other suggestions on videos, also let me know. And we will see you guys next time.